When did you jump into crypto, after obviously the e-commerce exit and so on? When was the timing of that?
So my first experience was 2013, early 2013. I bought Bitcoin. Had a friend who was a university, also entrepreneurial kid, but was one of my roommates, in my early years of university. And he was hanging out at my apartment, and he was like, "Dude, you gotta buy Bitcoin." And I was like, and this kid was always onto something, right? He's like, just crazy, always onto something new. You gotta buy Bitcoin. And I was like, what are you talking about? So he showed me, convinced me. At that time, like the game for Bitcoin was weird, right? Like there was very few wallet options. Like the majority of us were like still trying to figure out like what these redemption coupons that you could buy on like eBay. You could buy eBay like redemption coupons for like Bitcoin and basically like merge these codes on chain and claim the tokens. And so we played that game and through. At the time, like it was a significant amount of money. Now I look back and I wish I would have spent more money on it. But bought Bitcoin in 2013. Watched the markets very loosely. I wasn't a very active participant. I watched the markets loosely, and I guess the good news for me is like it wasn't a significant enough amount of money that when the markets moved up from like the high 100s and $200 price points that we bought in, when they started moving up at the time. It wasn't like I had a lot of risk on the table. And so I didn't feel an urgency or a need to sell. At one point I thought about selling the Bitcoin and I couldn't figure out how to do it. And so that inevitably looked kind of like a diamond hand move long-term. But it was largely unintentional. And then, it wasn't until late 2016